Hello everyone, I'm in the Battery Park neighborhood of Manhattan, which is a 25-acre park that is surrounded by various office buildings and apartments. And that building right in the center there would be the new World Trade Center building. And looking directly behind me would be the Hudson River. And in the very far back would be the Statue of Liberty. And Battery Park has quite a bit of history. It dates back to the early 1600s when Manhattan was a British colony, and it got its name Battery Park from the artillery installations that were installed basically to keep unwanted ships from sailing up the Hudson River and to protect the island of Manhattan. And though this is my first time in New York City, I do have the help of a GPS guide, and I'm just gonna walk up Broadway Street and just on the way point out as many of the buildings as possible. And these two office buildings, the one on the right would be 17 State Street, which is a 42-story office building built in 1988, and the one on the left is number 1 Battery Park, which was built in 1969. Sorry about that. And the largest tenant of number 1 Battery Park would be the law firm Hughes, Hubert and Reed. And most of the building is just rented out as office space. I doubt the law firm takes up the entire building, but I guess that is possible. Hopefully not though. And this building next to it here was the former Alexander Hamilton U.S. Custom House, and it is now used as a Native American museum, and it appears to be closed because of the coronavirus. But architecturally, the older buildings seem to have quite a bit more character than most of the newer buildings do. I guess you could probably say the same thing in most other big cities as well. And up ahead here is the intersection. This is State Street, and directly ahead would be Broadway. And the building directly ahead of me would be number 1 Broadway, which was built in 1919, and it was the headquarters of the International Mercantile Marine Corporation, and they were there up until 1979, and it looks like now it's just another office building. And off to the right, this would be the former Custom House and Native American Museum, and it has a pretty neat entrance area here. It's a statue on the right. Looks like that lady's holding a globe, and one on the left, I'm not really sure what that represents, but the building is closed today because of the coronavirus. And there also seems to be quite a few of these bike stations here spread throughout New York City. And you can rent these bikes by the day. Not sure how much they are, but I'm also not sure how much help a bike would be, because the sidewalks do get rather busy.
I do think it's like a really hard thing to like.
And I'm just walking into Bowling Green Park here. Looks like there's a street vendor off to the right selling some clothing and some hats. I haven't really seen too many street vendors since I've been here. And one more interesting thing about Manhattan, they use these rather kind of interesting trash cans. You put your trash in and just through that door, and they might do that because they want to keep out basically homeless people that rummage through the garbage and whatnot. And the next building on my list would be this one off to the right. Looks like there's some homeless people over there having some fun. This would be number 26 Broadway, which was built in 1885 and was the headquarters for the Standard Oil Company. So at one time, this was where the richest company, not just in the US, but in the world, was based. And today, it looks like it's still used as an office building. It does not look residential. And directly ahead of me is the Charging Bull statue. Let me see if I could get a front side shot here. And this always seems to be a pretty popular tourist spot for pictures and selfies and whatnot. And just to give some background on the Charging Bull, the idea to create this statue came in right after the stock market crash of 1987. And this bull was initially placed in front of the New York Stock Exchange, which is about maybe 2 or 3 blocks up Broadway. And for some reason, they didn't like the bull being there. And they relocated the bull down here, and it's been here ever since 1989. And fortunately, we haven't had a major stock market crash since that time. And this building here is currently a Cipriani restaurant, and this is 25 Broadway, which was built in 1921 for the British shipping company Cunard Corporation, and they were the company that built the Queen Mary. And Cunard Corporation was here until 1974, and after that the building was used as a US post office until the year 2000. And then when the post office moved out, it's been used as a Cipriani restaurant, which is pretty much a high-end restaurant. And I'm just going to continue walking up Broadway Street here. Looks like there's a Planet Fitness Center also in the Cunard building. Kind of wonder what Mr. Cunard would have thought about his building being used for a fitness center. And there's a few restaurants across the street. There's a Greek from Greece restaurant, cafe. Looks like it's closed. And a Benito sushi and noodles restaurant. And the next building is 42 Broadway. Not much shows up on this building on my GPS, other than it was built in 1902, and The lower floors look to be used for commercial purposes, but the upper floors though are probably apartments. And off to the left here is a Dwayne Reed pharmacy, and it's like a little grocery store. And across the street is a wireless and electronics New York gift store. And the next building on my list, this is 45 Broadway. And I really can't find out much information on this, when it was built, other than it's currently being used as an office building. It looks like some more construction here coming up. And to the left, this was a TGI Fridays, which looks to be closed. I'm not even sure if that store is ever gonna reopen either. Could be just one more victim of the coronavirus. And I'm now about maybe 2 blocks from Wall Street and the New York Stock Exchange. And I just have one more building that's on my list. And across the street, though, we're still on Broadway. It says One Wall Street Condominium Residences. And it looks like just the facade part of the building has been updated. And let me see if I get on the other side of this scaffolding. So that's looks to be condominiums. And the last building on my list is 65 Broadway. This is showing up as the former American Express building that was built in 1917, and American Express Corporation was here until 1974, and it's currently being used as office space. And they also have a little grocery in here that I could check out real quick. Just got to put my mask on. There's still a mask wall here. Just want to give everyone an idea what it's like to shop in New York here. Here's a lunch buffet. It says $10.99 a pound for looks various rices and vegetables, mashed potatoes, fried chicken, and various beverages. Looks like it's seeing $3-4 for like a Gatorade or a soda. Overall, pretty basic place to eat lunch. And here's a deli area. Let's see. Tuna sandwich is $9.50. That's not bad. I was expecting prices to be a little bit higher, actually, so just wanted to give everyone an idea of what it's like to shop here. And that will conclude my tour of the Battery Park neighborhood. Thank you.